Hello Internet, this is BoneCarlos bringing to you another weapons quote-unquote guide. Today we're going to be taking a look at the PP90M1. It's going to be brought to you by EOL Mouse. So right off the bat, I'm just going to show you the pretty much the class and build that everybody's primarily using, which would just be any kind of dot sight. And while using the range proficiency, I noticed that the recoil is very slight and very manageable on this weapon. So using kick is just pretty much redundant and not really needed. So just go ahead and use range on this type of setup. Along with the first perk of Scavenger, I noticed that I found myself using that first perk more often than not. I mean, you can use sleight of hand, but the reload time is fairly quick, and just the effective kill time that this weapon provides, you can get about 3 to 4 kills per clip. So you really don't need that sleight of hand, in my opinion. For the second perk, I ended up using hardline more often than not. You can use quick draw, but like again, the draw time is fairly average, fairly quick, that you don't really need it. So I ended up using hardline most of the time, especially if you, for the third perk, you use steady aim. It kind of takes away from the need to aim down the sights with a steady aim. It just groups those bullets together, making anything from close to even close mid range just fairly easy to get that kill. Alternatively, you can use stalker. Just if you aim down the sight and just move around from corners, from cover to cover, if you so chose. But that's pretty much what I use if you're going to be using just a straight kill package, just a straight Slayer roll. Nothing too fancy, nothing too crazy. Moving on though, if you're going to be ghosting or any kind of recon type class, this weapon is also fairly effective at it as well. You're just pretty much going to be basically shooting on placing a suppressor on this gun, and again with that range upgrade, the suppressor is going to help even more with that little kick and recoil, and with range it kind of just balances it out. So it's as if you're using a naked PP90 in my opinion. Before I would say use Scavenger, but if you're going to be ghosting, I found that when I was doing so, I needed to reload quickly, especially with the damage being reduced. I find myself needing sometimes to reload, especially if I was behind enemy lines and I was taking on multiple enemies. That reload time, especially, and on top of that, being able to swap out into your secondary weapon if need be, was really more often than not what I needed, rather than extra ammo. For obvious reasons, the second perk is going to be Assassin, Herp, Derp, and for the third perk, it's going to be Dead Silence. You just don't want to hear enemies hearing you. Go just sneaking around in their base area. A side note, I know a lot of people are going to be saying, if you're going to be ghosting, if you're going to be doing all this stuff, why not use Blind Eye? I find myself that a lot of these kill streaks are easily avoidable. Not really many people use sentries, so you're not going to be caught off guard by that, and just helicopters are just generally easier to avoid. So I find myself using sleight of hand more often than blind eye. I mean, you can slap on blind eye if you'd like, but in my opinion, it's just a little bit easier if you play a little bit more careful, just to negate that altogether. Now, for the third type of class setup that I found, and this is probably my most enjoyable class setup that I found, was the quote-unquote rushing class. I had tons of fun with this. It was pretty much just 2 attachments. I found myself using the rapid fire and extended mags, and obviously you're just gonna be spraying, so you're gonna need Scavenger for that first perk. For that second perk, I know a lot of people are gonna be saying, oh, we'll slap on hardline or any other thing like that, but I found myself using quick draw more, and the reason being is with you pumping out so much lead so quickly that if you pull both triggers at the same time, basically you're gonna drop that kill in one quick burst. So using quick draw, you're going to be able to get those bullets on target that much faster, and it'll just be that much easier to just mow through the enemy opposition. Obviously, third perk is going to be steady aim. You're just going to, if you're going to be turning the corner, just spray those bullets down that hallway or into that room just to take out those enemies. And that's pretty much what I found was the 3 most useful classes for this gun. I mean, there are other types of uses and just combinations that you could do. You could use 2-time attachments with a red dot sight and rapid fire. That's always fun. You could use extended mags, 2 times extended mags with a suppressor. That's pretty cool too. But all in all, those are just little niche classes that I noticed and nothing really too just broad to be able to handle any kind of situation that was thrown at you. The 3 that I mentioned were probably the best in my opinion, the most fun obviously, and I had a blast using this weapon. So thanks again for EOL Mouse for suggesting it, and as always, if you have a weapon you'd like for me to do in future videos, just leave a comment down below on which one you'd like for me to do. Just remember, just primaries only. And right now I think I got nothing in the hopper, so whatever you guys want to do, it'll be first come first serve, or if I get plenty of suggestions, whichever one has the most thumbs up. So that's it for me today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If not, leave a comment down below on what I could do to make these more enjoyable, informative, and or just overall better, and I'll see what I can do. And with that, I'm gonna get on out of here.